Hey, what's up, everybody? You can see that this is the inside cover of disc 1 and 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog Saturday box set. The DVDs over here out of the way carefully. But you can see right here, it says Vorhak295 that I mentioned earlier in the Sonic News video. Rants on the Deus Ex Machina. On Ian's new is rants on Ian's Deus Ex Machina for Sally. A Deus Ex Machina, in case you don't know, is basically another term for cop out or lazy way to, in my opinion, is what I understand, is a cop out and a more lazy way to resolve something. So anyway, what is the cop-out that he's come up with, if you will? That pretty much he's getting a lot of flack for right now. Well, I mentioned it before, so you guys pretty much know what the Deus Ex Machina is, right? So you guys have a good idea of what everybody's ranting on right now. And quite honestly, I don't think you can blame anybody for feeling that way, but hey, what are you going to do? This is Ian Flynn we're talking about, and he doesn't really, I guess, quite understand if you will, how people feel about certain things. In other words, he kind of doesn't. I guess he does understand. I shouldn't really say that. I shouldn't really say he doesn't understand. I'm pretty sure he does. But to those like Vorhak295, it's like he doesn't. But anyway, what does he have to say? If I can get this back on. The one thing about this iPod, it drives me nuts. There it is. Okay, but why does Vorhak295 feel this way about this? Well, it's not more along the lines that he feels this way about it. It's more along the lines that he feels they could have came up with a better solution. But this is what he says. The title of this, and you can click on the link and you'll see it below. But the title of his journal here is "The Deus Ex Machina is finally revealed." And this is what he says. This is Vorhak295. This is what he says, and I quote, "That's right, we finally have the answer to, quote unquote, what kind of crazy shit is Flynn going to pull? Okay, this is what he says, and let me rephrase this. This is what he says. He says, "That's right, we finally have the answer to, quote unquote, what kind of crazy shit is Flynn going to pull at the end of the arc to leave a bitter taste in everyone's mouth?" So those of you that actually care about the comic and are still here for some reason, there are heavy spoilers in this. So either bugger off or don't complain. And again, remember, this is Vorhak295. And he continues on, and I quote, "Well, first off, our theory that it would be Nagus is wrong. And I have never been happier to fuck up a plot prediction. Sure, rub it in my face that I was so confident we had the answer. I don't care, because what we got was much worse than that. Of course, this means that giving Nagus his magic derobotization powers was complete BS. And depowering Bunny instead of just splitting the party achieved nothing other than an unnecessary Sega-style redesign and lots of rage and speculation, not to mention a fair amount of fans turning against Flynn. As such, I can harken back to the Anonymous arc, which was started before Ian Flynn joined, but was finished by him. Originally, Anonymous was slated to be a revived Robotnik Prime. Before questions of about that starts flying, no, we don't know how he would have come back. And really, it doesn't matter. What matters is that in one of the panels, Robotnik Prime was shown in silhouette. And it was confirmed that the silhouette and Anonymous were one and the same. And yes, I can blame Flynn for this, because comic writers tell the artist what to draw. I know that. I have the script for Arkham Asylum, a serious house on serious Earth. So naturally, the moment anyone saw this panel, they all said, quote unquote, it's Robotnik Prime. And immediately news of the original Robotnik's imminent return spread all over the internet. Flynn and Archie, desperate to preserve the dramatic reveal, changed Anonymous to Adam, and then wrapped up Tails' Chosen One subplot by giving all the actual work to Sonic and Tommy. Tommy the Turtle, that is. My point with that is this. Ian Flynn foreshadowed something too heavily, the fandom guessed it, and he changed it to preserve his twist ending. Who's to say he didn't do the same here? Because the new solution is a huge ass pull. And speaking of said solution, let's go. Spoilers for 246 ahead. Oh, and the Echidna don't come back, as far as we know just yet. Well, for this issue they don't, but we don't know for future issues. Okay, continuing Vorhak295, and I quote, well, in 246, the Krazood goes batshit, and Team Fighters and Shard kill the thing. Again, Shard takes a sprig of the thing, never mind that it might not be dead and could infect you, Trigon, and says that since the Krazood could manipulate technology, they could use it to create a deroboticizing agent that will work on Sally. That's right, the random plant thing from the first full issue of the main series is the key to restoring Sally. That's right, Flynn has just undone the ending of Eggman Victorious for other levels of cop-out. And why is the Krazood the key? Because it can control technology. Apparently, that ability allows it to somehow deroboticize the horrifically dismembered and gutted Mecha Sally, with no ill effects other than bug eyes and less fur. You know, the reason why we thought the Naugus thing was the answer was because you need, capitalized, need magic to do something like that. A genetically altered plant isn't going to do the job. Interestingly, the Krazood was only brought into the Mecha Sally arc in issue 241, 9 issues after Bunny was deroboticized by Naugus. This lends credence to the idea that originally Naugus would have done it. And it was changed to still be a quote-unquote twist. Because, let's be honest, it didn't take anyone long to come up with the Naugus deroboticizes Mecha Sally theory after Bunny was changed back to normal. If this is true, and the original ending was the magic one, then really, we've created a self-fulfilling prophecy. We all said that it would either be Naugus or a lame Deus Machina that fixes Sally, and what do you know? It's not Naugus, it's lame Deus Ex Machina. Machina, possibly, because we all said it would be Naugus, and Flynn changed it. Now, I'll ask this. Supposedly, all it takes to deroboticize a Robian, who cannot be deroboticized normally, is the ability to control technology. Then why couldn't Nicole do it? Why couldn't she ever fix Bunny's limbs when Bunny actually wanted them fixed? Why couldn't Nicole deroboticize Jules? Oh, that's right, because this is an ass pull. So if Archie fans said, screw spoilers, I'm reading this, this is your reward. This is your reward for sitting through 2 years of bad storytelling, padding, mean-spirited writing, padding, shock value, padding, interrupted arcs, padding, jerk-ass heroes, padding, and more padding. You get a shitty Deus Machina ending And I get to sit here and say, we warned you while doing this. And he provides something to a YouTube link. Because we did. We warned you that it would be shit and disappointing, and it is. And he posted this, Vorhak295 posted this, about 1 day and 22 hours ago. So essentially almost 48 hours ago. But again, just like anybody else, he has a right to his opinion. And if he feels this is a cop-out and an ass-pull, as I have mentioned in the news item and as I've mentioned in some texts at several forums, then you really can't blame him. Because when you think about it, folks, it's like I've said, Ian Flynn, it was like I've said before, Ian Flynn can be predictable and he's unpredictable. Now, at times he is unpredictable, and I'll give him credit, this was unpredictable, seeing this coming. Even though some people like Vorhak295 will say it's a lame excuse, it's a lame cop-out, it's a lame ass-pull, as he puts it, because Ian Flynn's not coming up with something more creative and more, sensible. And you got to think of it this way, though. I said this in the text, in the written text, and I said this in the news part, that perhaps the reason he did this, the reason he did this is for the fact that I'm sure a lot that defend him will say. They're going to say something along the lines of, look, you guys kept asking and guessing, even to the point that maybe you guessed correctly, that you actually made him do this, because you wouldn't just let it be. And that's understandable. I can understand people that are fans of him defending what he's done, maybe defending the reason he did this. I mean, it's like if you're a fan of, let's say, I don't know, issue 700. You're a fan of the writer of issues 700 for Spider-Man. I'm sure a lot have defended that. I'm sure a lot have defended, believe it or not, Other Day, or One More Day. I'm sure there's been a lot that defended that. And I've said, this is the reason they did this. This is the reason, because of this, because of that. I'm pretty sure of it. But again, they're entitled to opinion just like Vorhak295 is. So, I asked the question, is he correct? Do you think perhaps this is a cop-out, an ass-pull? And should it be something more creative? What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Comment if you like. And I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care. But let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with him or not? Peace out. God bless.